Grab your front row seat for some of the wildest moments caught on camera, where every action leads to an unforgettable reaction. What should have been a routine Southwest Airlines flight from New York to Atlanta turned into a full-blown cabin showdown. One passenger spent the flight yelling, calling another traveler a loser, and repeatedly shouting, "Hit me!"
You're laughing at me, bitch! I will remember! Wait for me! For me! Outside! You better watch you! What, bitch? What? What, bitch? What?
One passenger, endless yelling, and an entire cabin forced to watch the drama unfold. It certainly looks like the kind of behavior people associate with being intoxicated, but whatever the cause, it turned a routine flight into a complete mess. What do you think, alcohol, attitude, or both?
I'm not. This is not a back and forth. I don't need nobody else. I don't need nobody else. We can keep what because you're not being civil right now.
I'm allowed to record. Give me my phone. Stop!
Ladies and gentlemen, with the bag.
This is a classic case of expectations not matching reality. Not every airline service works the same way, especially before takeoff. Once frustration replaces understanding, even a simple policy difference can turn into a full removal situation.
Tell me then! Are you stand back! I am back! Sorry!
You're not doing yourself any favors.
You're not doing...
A crying baby is never ideal on a flight, but does it justify turning an entire trip into chaos? On this jet, 2 flight from Manchester to Antalya, one passenger reportedly became so disruptive that the aircraft had to divert to Vienna. What do you think? Where should the line be drawn between frustration and completely losing control?
Remember your girls. You don't care about the girls. Everybody does the American Airlines. Go, girl. Start. Here we go. Shelby and Dolly. Shelby and Dolly. Remember, I'm gonna do it for you. Shelby and Dolly.
Oh, Shelby and Dolly. At this point, I'm not even sure they're people anymore. This argument at the American Airlines counter is getting so confusing that even the dog looks completely lost. What's your take on this drama? A Vueling flight had barely landed before these 2 passengers turned baggage claim into a heavyweight championship match. All this over who gets their suitcase first. Honestly, their lives must be going pretty well if waiting an extra 30 seconds for luggage is considered a personal crisis. At Hartsfield-Jackson Atlanta International Airport, Andre Gallinine was accused of exposing himself and performing lewd acts in front of a young female passenger near a boarding gate. A witness recorded the incident, helping authorities identify him. 2 days later, police boarded his return flight from Florida and arrested him at his seat. Strangely, he didn't seem very curious about why he was being arrested. Maybe when there's video evidence, witnesses, and a history of similar behavior, the mystery solves itself.
I'm sorry, listen. I paid for this.
I know. Listen, hey.
I don't know. I give him an attitude and he canceled my
flight. Take a breath. Take a breath. Therefore, you don't have a ticket and you can't fly with Spirit, so come out this way.
Okay, well then I will leave this airport.
I'm flying out here tomorrow. Come on up over here in front of it. Are you good?
Yeah. Losing a loved one is heartbreaking, and it's easy to understand why Rachel was overwhelmed. But grief doesn't excuse turning frustration into aggression. The moment she began fighting with staff and police, the situation stopped being about a delayed flight and became a series of choices that only made things worse.
I'm not going to kick anybody, you understand? Okay.
Can you help me, please? Can you video it? There's like 8 police on me.
Relax, okay?
Stop.
You're not ready for your first, you understand?
Oh, God forbid. You asked me to get my ID. Get your hand off me. I can tell you exactly.
Ah yes, the classic defense strategy. Deny everything while standing in front of a building packed with security cameras. Karen insists she's the victim, even though the footage appears to tell a very different story. Getting caught in 4K and still arguing takes a level of confidence most people can only dream of.
Stay there.
Don't
Let me
touch
show.
people.
No.
Don't touch
No, this is where her asshole is. Look at her. Shut the up. Don't touch me. Let go. Não encosta nela. Tira a mão.
Tira, no.
Let go. Let go. Let go.
You need to let go.
911 back.
You need to let go right now.
This is the first area right now.
No.
Let go.
You need to let go right
Let
now.
go over here.
You guys are already past me. Put me on the ground. Look at this fat lady. Shut up.
Who is Alana?
Leanna Perry seemed determined to prove that video evidence is merely a suggestion. Despite footage showing the chaos unfold on this Southwest Airlines flight from New York to Kansas City, the denials kept coming. Nothing says confidence quite like arguing with a camera that recorded the entire event. Take a look at these two Karens, shouting, crying, and turning bright red right in the middle of the airport. Whether it was frustration or something stronger, this scene was already chaotic enough on the ground. Honestly, it's hard not to wonder what would have happened if they had actually made it onto the plane.
First of all. Second of all, you called my employee a bitch. Completely uncalled for, and I suggest hearing. Nope.
I'm good in that wheelchair. Listen, can I just curse?
And you weren't disrespectful, then I would let you travel. But unfortunately, you called my employee a bitch. Did you call my employee a bitch?
A simple walk to the gate somehow turned into a full-blown exit from the flight. Between reported insults towards staff and refusal to follow mask rules, the airline made it clear this journey wasn't continuing. Apparently, just heading to the gate comes with a lot of extra features these days.
I was walking to the gate.
Apparently, some people still think the solution to being denied another drink is to turn an entire airplane into a personal drama stage. On this Flysafair flight from Durban to Cape Town, the passenger allegedly responded with aggression, insults, and chaos after being cut off. Here's a travel tip. When the crew says no more alcohol, arguing won't get you another drink, it might just get you national headlines instead. Ah yes, another day. Another Karen auditioning for the role of main character at Fort Lauderdale Hollywood International Airport. What started as a baggage fee dispute with Spirit Airlines somehow became a public performance for everyone in the terminal. Some people catch flights, others apparently catch attention.
I have a lawyer now! No, I have a lawyer now. Do I have a lawyer now?
Okay, you're under arrest for PI.
Okay, now you're under arrest.
Stand.
Is this your son? 60 grand a year? Yeah. Being caught. Being tiny piece of...
Are you done yet?
Yeah. Stand up.
Okay, stand up.
Nope. And 6, 5, 8, and dick stack and short time.
This passenger was trying to fly from Dallas-Fort Worth to Columbia, South Carolina when she was told she had too many carry-on bags. Instead of rearranging her luggage, she allegedly chose chaos, insulting a police officer, bragging about her high-level platinum status, assaulting airline employees, and eventually wetting herself in public. If there really is a Karen of the Year competition, she submitted a remarkably strong application.
Vamos a bajar, negro, no detengan el vuelo. Amigo, 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 amiguito, amigo, de buena, de buena. Ay, ay,
Now that's a level of self-control most people don't have. On this Avianca flight from Bogota to Cali, a passenger allegedly slapped a police officer right across the face, and somehow the officer stayed remarkably calm. Meanwhile, the passengers causing the chaos looked like they had far more confidence than good judgment. Alcohol in airplanes continue to be one of the worst combinations imaginable. On this United Airlines flight, 38-year-old Adam Jenny was removed from the aircraft after reportedly wearing a pair of underwear over his face instead of a mask. Crew members apparently weren't convinced that underwear qualified as approved face covering, and the situation eventually led to his removal. Now, maybe there's a joke I'm missing here, but
I'll talk right here in front of them. I'm right here. Let them come to me. Yeah. How can you say no to her? Are you kidding me? Well, you're gonna say no to her?
A drunk woman demanding kisses at an airport bar might sound like internet drama, but the woman in yellow saw something different. While everyone else focused on the chaos, she seemed more concerned about getting the woman safely out of the situation. Whether it was alcohol, emotional distress, or both, her response showed a level of empathy that's often missing in moments like these.
Universally, Republicly mess you up.
I think he's got a bag. Yeah, I saw him put it to somebody.
So I can get it right back down.
Do you have a gun?
On American Airlines Flight A2506 from Tampa to Philadelphia, this passenger spent plenty of time acting tough and creating problems for everyone around him. But the moment an off-duty police officer stepped in and ended the chaos, the story suddenly shifted to complaints, excuses, and claims of unfair treatment. Funny how some people are fearless when they're intimidating others, but become victims the second they're held accountable.
No.
Most passengers spend a flight watching movies, sleeping, or wondering when the food will arrive. This guy apparently spent his time considering whether he should open an emergency exit. At Bogota's El Dorado Airport, a simple seat dispute somehow escalated to a grown man allegedly putting his hands on a woman. That's the part I can't get past. If you're willing to become violent over a seat in public, it raises uncomfortable questions about how you handle conflict when nobody is watching. Strength isn't about overpowering someone weaker. It's about controlling yourself when you're angry. A routine JetBlue flight suddenly takes a tense turn at cruising altitude. A passenger misinterprets a normal Airbus A320 barking dog sound as a mechanical failure and reacts by attempting to open the emergency exit. In reality, it's the PTU system, completely normal operation between hydraulic systems. This prank may be funny, but the lesson behind it is surprisingly real. Air travel becomes a lot easier when everyone remembers that hundreds of strangers are sharing the same small space. Most onboard drama doesn't start with major problems. It starts with people forgetting basic courtesy. A little patience can save everyone a lot of headaches.
My bag is... No, that's not...
I need to go piss!
Hold on,
I'm trying to get my bag out.
Then please do that.
Get out!
Hold on, ma'am. I'm just getting up, okay? Please. Okay, do you want to go forward, or are you...
I need to go forward.
When the emergency suddenly appears right before landing. The airline employee wasn't convinced. What about you? Whose side are you on?
This word is so bad.
The aircraft hadn't even left the gate yet, but the situation was already spiraling. After a passenger allegedly assaulted a flight attendant, the captain stepped in to protect the crew member. A reminder of how quickly order can disappear in a confined space.
No, you can walk away. You cannot come on this aircraft. Jeopardizing the safety of this aircraft right now.
Okay.
So I'm threatened by both of you.
Well, that's unfortunate.
The sheriff's department is on the
Now
way.
you hear from at home. I told you, I didn't want to.
I want a sobriety test. I am sober. I work with children. I've been doing.
The reporting is not going to help. You are wasting the situation.
Reporting will help.
I'm not. I stepped to the side. What behavior did you see?
This woman wants proof that she's sober, but airline staff seem more concerned with the live demonstration happening right in front of them. The louder she argues that she's being treated unfairly, the harder it becomes to ignore the scene unfolding around her. That's not exactly helping the case.
Somebody is there. No,
So,
somebody will be
hey,
there.
she's recording me, and that's also against FAR.
It's the exact opposite, but this will not be.
What began as a simple request for a blanket on Air Canada Flight AC-73 from Casablanca to Montreal reportedly escalated into a confrontation serious enough to bring the aircraft back to the gate. In high-pressure environments like aviation, professionalism and communication matter on both sides. This incident shows how quickly a small disagreement can snowball.
Please don't touch me. I'm not doing anything. I'm not doing anything. I'm not doing anything.
I'm not doing anything with it.
Was this passenger treated unfairly, or did the situation go exactly where it was headed the moment she stopped following instructions? After a confrontation at the gate carried on to this Spirit Airlines flight in Nashville, crew members eventually had enough.
John, you first and me.
Yeah, I'll go ahead first. Hey guys, is that 13 Frank? 13 Edward. What?
Thank you.
You need to grab your things, sir?
So yeah, call my lawyer, man. They over here.
Everyone understands that bathroom emergencies happen, but turning the galley into Plan B is where sympathy starts running out. Faced with 2 occupied restrooms, this passenger made a decision that transformed an uncomfortable situation into a diverted flight, angry passengers, and a federal investigation. That's one very expensive bathroom break. Well, this gate clearly turned into her personal courtroom. From I left my phone on the plane to full-on runway protest in seconds. Frontier staff, handling turbulence on the ground now too.
Where I'm from?
Where are you from?
What?
Where are you from?
What am I from?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, what's up?
I'll knock you out for sure.
Oh, yeah, for sure, but for sure.
Here's the thing. Alcohol lowers judgment, not consequences. And when you mix that with the wrong target, like a freshly finished professional boxer, you're basically skipping straight to the highlight reel you didn't want to be in. Not saying violence is right, but this is a textbook example of wrong place, wrong mindset, wrong timing.
Yeah, I know.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Something just escalated fast at Miami Airport. A mother in distress is claiming her kids are missing after missing a connecting flight. She's panicking at the American Airlines counter, voice rising, tension building. Then the truth drops. Her children were never gone, just in the restroom the whole time. A full-blown scare, sparked by a simple misunderstanding.
Right. Again, mate, my son has the first name knows. Come out with us, okay? You got any chicken luggage up here?
This isn't the kind of in-flight entertainment anyone signed up for. On Jetstar flight JQ402 from Sydney to the Gold Coast, a disruptive passenger was filmed angrily spraying water at police officers as they removed him from the aircraft. What should have been a routine morning flight became a viral moment for all the wrong reasons. Okay, I've seen a lot of weird airport behavior, but this might top it, using the AC as a personal laundry dryer right in front of everyone. No shame, no hesitation. I can't decide if this is confidence or just complete social blindness. This isn't just reckless, it's extremely dangerous. Attempting to open an aircraft door mid-flight is physically impossible due to cabin pressure, but the intent alone puts every passenger at risk. One wrong action can trigger panic, injuries, and emergency procedures on board. This is why strict accountability is necessary, so behavior like this never happens again.
Exactly, so I'm going to! Best believe if I'm gonna leave. No, because I have a connecting flight somewhere. I have a connecting.
A confrontation on public transport quickly escalates after a simple question about being filmed sparks tension between two passengers. Words turn into provocation, and neither side backs down in the tight space. So why do situations like this spiral so fast? It's often pride, perceived disrespect, and lack of exit space, turning a small disagreement into a physical clash. A routine flight from Nha Trang to Bangkok suddenly turns into chaos after a passenger begins showing extreme erratic behavior shortly after takeoff. He becomes aggressive toward crew, attempts to open emergency exits, and even strips down while running through the cabin. So what was going through his mind? In many cases like this, it's severe mental distress.
Okay, folks, I hear the cold air coming, so...
This isn't just a delay in the air. This is a safety alarm going off mid-flight. A flight attendant, allegedly intoxicated, now in custody. What's happening inside this cabin is raising serious red flags. One wrong move at 30,000 feet changes everything. Oh wow, what incredible reflexes. The moment those earphones even think about falling, she's already in position. Not helping, not hesitating, just perfectly timed ownership transfer in real time. At this point, you almost wonder if this dramatic scene unfolded aboard an Aeroflot flight from Yuzhno-Sakhalinsk to Moscow after a passenger allegedly punched a flight attendant while intoxicated. Moments later, passengers and crew were forced to restrain him. Alcohol doesn't just affect the body, it can also cloud judgment and turn bad decisions into serious consequences. This crosses a clear line in seconds. A woman simply trying to use the restroom turns into something far more disturbing when a man allegedly interferes with the lock, changing it from private to exposed. Then it escalates even further, inviting someone else in. This isn't a joke at 30,000 feet. Most passengers usually ignore the safety demonstration. Well, not this time. This cheerful male flight attendant stole the show with moves nobody saw coming, turning a routine announcement into the most entertaining part of the flight.
Man, I told you this shit is hurting me. You don't know what the I've been. Tell you. It didn't work. Yeah.
This rant goes completely off the rails almost from the start. What begins as pure anger quickly spirals into threats, random accusations, and a stream of disconnected thoughts. One moment they're lashing out at everyone around them, the next they're jumping between unrelated topics, creating a meltdown that's as chaotic as it is uncomfortable to watch. So now we're doing workouts at cruising altitude. She's fully committed to fitness, just maybe in the wrong venue. While everyone else is trying to relax, sleep, or just survive the flight, she turns the aisle into a personal training zone.
That one. Let me see.
Now you taking her
She's
head
got
off?
family on yours. That's okay, Dad. So here's your two options. You can take the head off, like the flight attendant, and I don't have to explain to you. You can take it off, or you can leave the airplane. You understand? Do you understand the two options?
Yeah, I heard that. Y'all hear this?
Do you understand what two options are?
Apparently, the real emergency on this Delta flight wasn't someone ignoring the mask policy, it was a hat with the F word on it. Sure, the hat may not have been classy, but watching one rule get enforced while another seems optional is exactly how accusations of double standards start taking off.
Sir, you playing games. The hat's in my lap. You asked me to take it off, I took it off.
I don't want to have you wear it airborne and you didn't have your word. Okay, I've said enough. You know what? You didn't give me your word. You give it to a flight attendant.
She's still non-compliant. Give me a 29 commercial fire for serving on one.
I'm sorry. Okay, ma'am, I'm sorry about that. But now,
I'm sitting right here.
that's a screenshot, ma'am.
It's the
Man, I came here respectfully.
I understand that, but I've been so
I'm
disrespectful.
I drive.
This passenger apparently thought a little Photoshop could unlock premium seating. After paying for one assigned seat, she allegedly edited an image to create a fake boarding pass and claim a different one. That's certainly a bold strategy, but on a plane where every seat is tracked, it was never going to fly, literally. You know it's a strange day at the airport when passengers are rubbing their eyes and wondering if they're still half asleep. This woman allegedly decided the terminal was her personal stage, creating a scene so unexpected that people probably wish they had packed eye protection instead of carry-on bags. Of course, the internet tried to connect it to everything: seat numbers, old incidents, random flights. But in reality, this is just a separate in-flight altercation posted by a pilot training academy in Nagpur a week ago. Not every chaotic clip needs a conspiracy board. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome G-Dragon from Wish. He steps onto the plane like it's a runway, waves like there's a fan club waiting in economy, and suddenly the cabin feels like a VIP event. Nope.
I can't sit next to this thing.
No worries. I'm going to go speak to the captain.
Please speak to the captain.
A woman on a flight became furious after noticing that the man sitting next to her was wearing a MAGA hat supporting Donald Trump. She loudly complained that she couldn't tolerate it, and when the man apologized, she reportedly reacted as though he had physically wronged her. The situation ended with the man being moved to first class, which only seemed to make her even more upset. It's always fascinating when someone claims to be the victim of another person's hat. Meanwhile, the passenger who stayed calm got a free upgrade, proving that keeping your composure can sometimes be more rewarding than creating a scene.
Later, I want.
This man is giving the internet a powerful reminder of why those childhood shape-sorting toys exist. After several determined attempts to force a suitcase into a space that clearly wasn't designed for it, he somehow remained confident the laws of geometry would eventually surrender. Spoiler alert, they did not. Missing a flight is frustrating, but this passenger turned frustration into a full-scale airport showdown. After being denied boarding, he repeatedly challenged staff and refused to accept the airline's decision. What started as a dispute over a seat on a plane eventually ended with handcuffs, flashing lights, and a destination nobody had planned for. Today's stories may be over, but karma never takes a day off. Subscribe to Karma Caught on Cam, and don't miss the next moment when actions meet consequences.